What up? I'm that guy, son. Welcome to All Things Nerdy podcast. All right, I get to do the intro today. I'm munching on some fucking Cheetos, bruh.
Not sponsored
You see,
Cheetos, might we add?
you see that guy right there? You see that guy? You see that man right there with the purple background? Yeah, him. He's a little autistic. You see that one?
You poking
Hold on,
fun
hold
at
on.
me
Just
at
a
the
minute.
intro
Let
of
me
this
hold on,
episode?
hold on. Let
You
me
got
make
this.
make it clear. That one, that motherfucker, right there.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, what a way to start episode 16. And of course, the it's just for the hosts. Ben has a project behind the scenes which he waited until last minute, and I'm rightfully pissed at him for waiting until last minute to tell us about it. Tyler's not going to be able to make it because of his job, which, don't get me wrong, I understand. So it is just me, Jason, aka Crazy Fox 51, and David, aka That Guy Stunt, for the two hosts for this episode. And I have one question for you, given the fact that I've asked a few members this question. How do you feel about the Buddies having its third anniversary this July 6th? This man is just munching on Cheetos.
Bitch.
Well, fuck you. You can't flip me off with your toes.
Bitch.
Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to the third anniversary of the Buddies, we are not fully ready to confirm what all is in mind for the celebration exactly yet. All we're simply going to say is there's going to be a lot planned. And also, we could like throw in a little quick plug, but the Shovel Gang versus Ladder Gang meme is going to be live next month. And after August 1st, it's going to be a members-only item, similarly to how the second anniversary in the New Year's 2025 drop became members-only after its live release. Because it's pretty much like a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and then we'll keep it around for the late birds, but you would need a membership to have it. And something tells me that he is flipping off.
Bitch.
Fuck you. That's set up.
Hey, you waited for it.
Yeah, I waited for it. Just like
Hold on.
just like a pause, and then just that. Just crack
Hey,
shit.
you see that one right there? He's a bitch.
Imagine if you accidentally kicked your own camera. He just punched his camera. Oh no. And also his
How did my monitor? How the fuck did my monitor not break more from that? I literally just.
Did you hit your monitor as well by accident?
It's loud. Ah! What?
So June 17th.
Oh, you want to see my monitor?
Yeah, so June 17th, it has two events. Yeah.
That right there. All that is just poof gone, and I got a new monitor arriving tomorrow.
Let's go.
I don't know how it didn't break more for me. Fucking absolutely thundercunting my fist into it.
Yeah, so
God, hold on. I need to look more like a meth head.
What do you mean more like a meth head? Oh my god. Okay, so June 17th this year marks the 5th anniversary of the Squad of Heroes. So that's just a quick thing that I do want to point out. This motherfucker is vaping. Yep, he's vaping. That guy's sunk caught in 4K. Oh, damn. We do not advise anybody to smoke. It would be bad. What the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. And this was a long requested collaboration, but Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to Dead by Daylight as a killer. What's your honest thoughts about that? He just gives a thumbs up. My honest thoughts, like, it feels
You
like
don't
a
see what the
fever
fuck I'm
dream
doing.
that we are seeing a Five Nights at Freddy's collaboration with Dead by Daylight, and Scott himself did say that he's cautious on who he does collaborations with, which I get it. And I honestly think that they cooked with Springtrap. Like, I have a good feeling that Springtrap is going to be the killer that's going to
Give
save
me a
Dead by
second.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're gonna get demonetized. What are you doing?
It's a banana, bruh. It's a banana.
I know it's a banana,
It's
but
just a
where
banana.
is it?
It's just a banana, man. It's a fucking
I bet you won't slap the camera with your banana.
I'm not gonna do that because I don't feel like sending all of my shit just going.
That'd be crazy if that happened. This motherfucker's being crazy. And with the collaboration,
Man, this is how I.
we have
This is how I
skins
grip
that
my
are
shit.
based off of both the games, and Matthew Lillard is voicing the skin that is based off of the movie. And the voice actor who's voiced him in the games is voicing him for the video game skins, which I honestly think is pretty cool. And the fact that he can jump scare you with The Office, or when he grabs you when you have an axe on your back, like, that shit is just so insane. Like, I am, like, at a loss for words on how much that they cooked for Springtrap. Like, they did so good. And another thing that's a fever dream to see is that Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. And that's not the only confirmed IP, let alone a confirmed video game IP.
When I'm not with you, when I'm with you.
Oh my god. So,
Listen. This is how I grip my shit. Fucking.
oh my god.
You just gotta really, like, make sure that shit go dead. Like, really grip on that shit.
Yeah, and with Five Nights at Freddy's coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year, my only criticism with it is that it's based off of the movie, but given the fact that it's supposed to be for the promotion of the second film, I understand why. And I honestly do think that not seeing it for the 10th anniversary of the franchise was a missed opportunity, but the fact that they're doing it to promote the second movie makes up for it. And John Murdy did confirm in a IGN interview that Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be a house. And another IP that was confirmed so far is Fallout, but it's not going to be based off of the games. It's going to be based off of the Amazon show, which is based off of the game.
I got one thing to say about the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Apparently, in this next movie, they're getting Golden Fredbear. You know the guy? I keep forgetting his name. Motherfucker played as one of the Ghostface in the first movie,
Matthew Lillard?
alongside with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's name.
I always forget it, but those two, including Matthew, obviously he's gonna be in it again because he is Springtrap now.
Yeah.
But the other dude, apparently, from what I've seen, apparently will be playing in the next movie. I doubt it.
And when it comes to Fallout coming to Halloween Horror Nights, what's your honest thoughts about it? Because me, honestly, I haven't watched the show, but I am interested to see how they're gonna at the balance of fun and horror, because Fallout does have horror adjacent elements, even though that it's not a horror game, with the exception of
Oh no.
Fallout 3.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right fucking there. Yes, the fuck it is a horror game. Have you seen them fucking big ass claws, motherfucker?
I haven't played enough Fallout to understand how it's a horror game.
Well, fuck it. Every time I see one of them fuckers, I'm like, run. And like, I see one. I think, ooh, I can easily kill it. I walk up to it. 20 more up here!
That's crazy. And of course, like with the mutated bugs, I get that part, but everything else, I'm gonna need to like have like a full understanding, like either play the games or watch the show to like have a full on understanding on how Fallout can lie in the horror genre. Why are you smiling like that? Homie is just smiling like that. And he's vaping.
I don't know what you're talking about, my friend.
What's your honest thoughts about Injustice 3? Because it was allegedly reported that NetherRealm Studios is developing a Injustice 3.
Let me give you an example.
What type of example are you giving?
See this right here? Bullshit!
He just threw the boot across the room.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, me honestly,
That's all I gotta say. Honestly, from the past, Injustice, when it comes to that game, those two games, honestly, the only good one.
Injustice 2?
Yeah. I don't think Injustice. Well, actually, if they're gonna get NetherRealm to help make 3, then actually no. The past fucking Mortal Kombat's were kind of ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. 1 wasn't good. The only thing that was good is the base storyline. The Chaos Reign story expansion, that shit sucked.
You know what they need to make?
What's that?
Sonic fighting game.
Yeah, and given the current state of Warner Brothers, I am concerned for future Mortal Kombat games, and I am concerned for Injustice 3. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you on the positive note. Like, if Injustice 3 was to happen, all I'm gonna say is it's about time that they complete the Injustice trilogy.
How many years has it been since they've done anything with Injustice? Like fucking 6 years, 7, more, less. I don't.
Yeah,
It's
the
it's been so fucking long since I've seen anything for Injustice,
yeah
or
the
even.
last Injustice that I played was Gods Among Us last October because I wanted to play the story mode, and I would most likely do the same thing for Injustice 2.
I got a little bit of information I just remembered. I'm gonna be writing a horror movie script.
Hey yo, let's go. Yeah, I
Now,
I
the
auditioned my voice for a upcoming horror game that's about a school. That is as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to give any more details than that.
pew pew.
How high are you?
I'm not high at all. I was high last night. I was. Man, last night I was in dimension 500.7 FM. That's where I was last night.
And
Right now
from
I'm sober as a motherfucker.
a few days ago, my friend Sophixia is having a birthday June 13th this year, and I made a joke saying that I hope that Jason Voorhees plays nice for her birthday because Friday the 13th is during her birthday this year.
It's also the only Friday the 13th this year.
Exactly. And there's and speaking of, when it comes to the franchise, it was rumored that Friday the 13th is coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. And if it happens, it would be the first time in 15 years that we see it come to HHN. And if you want to count Freddy vs. Jason, it's been the first time that we've seen Jason Voorhees at HHN since 2015.
You want to know what would be an interesting fight horror movie?
What's that?
I already forgot.
Yeah, you want to know a
Michael Myers v. Ghostface.
Michael Myers versus Ghostface?
No, not Ghostface. Fucking.
Yeah, Jason versus Michael would be a fun one to see. Because we've seen Freddy versus
Jason is whooping Michael's ass.
Yeah, and Death Battle has proven that he would whoop his ass.
Saw what happened to Freddy. The dream. I don't know what the fuck to call him. A bitch.
And it was also an idea that I think would be fun to see is Chucky versus Megan. Or Chucky versus Annabelle. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just brainstorming.
Chucky gonna get fucked.
Yeah, Chucky
gonna get straight fucked.
Chucky would be cooked against Annabelle.
Annabelle would peg the absolute fuck out of Chucky. And
what?
No, I say. Hold on, no, hold on.
Tiffany was the one pegging Chucky. What the fuck is reaction?
Damn.
Oh, brother. His brain.
Okay, just think of it as it's a good fight. I could give an example.
I'm all ears.
Superman versus Batman.
We've already seen that quite a few times.
I know. That fight, not the same as what Annabelle versus Chucky. But there's a massive difference in power. Chucky just a bitch.
Yeah, Chucky is just a doll that's possessed by a spirit of a serial killer, and Annabelle is full-on haunted.
Also, speaking of the Annabelle shit, they brought Annabelle to Louisiana. They lost the bitch on the way to Texas. Apparently found the bitch. I don't believe it, because there's many people bringing up the theory of what if they didn't find Annabelle, and it's just a doll that looks like Annabelle. They think it's her. Annabelle might still be out there, man.
That would be terrifying to see, I'm not gonna lie.
First, they bring Annabelle to the voodoo state.
And you want to know a fun fact about the Conjuring series? Spirit Halloween teased that we're gonna see a Valak animatronic. And, of course, a good point that somebody brought up from they were talking about HHN speculations is that we have never seen rumors about Squid Game. And speaking of Squid Game, it's confirmed that there's going to be a Season 3.
Yeah, they confirmed that at the end of Season 2, whenever... at the last episode.
I haven't watched the Squid Game show, so I wouldn't know.
It's supposed to be coming out, I believe, either sometime closer to the end of this year or early next year.
And, of course... Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I know that there's, like, a lot of games that are inspired by Squid Games, like Crab Game, for example. That one is fun to play. And, of course, I'm not gonna get into too much details, because I don't know a whole lot about Squid Game as a show, and I would rather avoid spoilers. However,
there you go. Now I look like a meth head. Yep, this is how I'm looking the rest of the time.
So, last year we got a movie. We got a game that is based off of a movie franchise, which that franchise in question is A Quiet Place, because A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. Now we have a game that is based off Dune, which is known as Dune Awakening. Which I'm gonna pull it up on Steam real quick. Why do you look like that? That's a thumbnail right there.
Hey man, I gotta look like a meth head.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the Steam page for Dune Awakening. I honestly want to play it, but something that caught me by surprise is that you can connect your Twitch to it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that this game has Twitch drops, which, speaking of Twitch, the website is currently broken at the time of recording this episode.
Also, an interesting game that could be made. You know that there's this one movie where it's based off of a game where the way you die in the game is the way you die in your life. It would be
I think
interesting
Andy
to
talked
have
about that
a
in episode
game
14.
based off of that movie. Just obviously no voodoo shit. I don't want to die in real life, man. But a game based off of that movie where you can actually play it with your friends. But I feel like if someone were to make that, somebody's gonna get so fucked up, just like a creator of a Sword Art Online or some shit, and fuck that shit.
Yeah. So, this is the description for Dune Awakening. Rise from survival to greatness and challenge the power of Imperium in Dune Awakening, a multiplayer survival game on a massive scale. Survive the sandworm, craft your Orphanopher, I don't know how to pronounce that. Build a fortress
I stole your
and
phone, bro.
ascend to power on an open world Arrakis shared with hundreds of other players.
I stole your phone, bro.
Motherfucker. Do you have the same phone model as me?
I stole your phone, bro.
What model is
You
it?
might be holding your phone, but I stole it.
What model is my phone? Let's hear it.
A51.
Do you have the same model as me?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fucking, hold on, man.
Holy shit.
I forgot I put that in my phone case. Oh!
What's that?
Enlist to the army, fuckers.
That's
Enlist.
badass.
I would just like to shout out my army recruiter, fucking Staff Sergeant David Hernandez. Like, he's a great dude. He's funny as hell. Let me just put this shit back into the fucking phone case. Bitch. I completely forgot I had that in my phone case.
Dude, and also, fun fact, Pac-Man as a franchise is having its 45th anniversary this year. And how I found that out is that there's a Pac-Man themed stage in Tekken 8 celebrating the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man. I am not surprised you were going to do that. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I feel old knowing that Pac-Man is having its 45th anniversary, and I'm only 20, turning 21.
I turned 22 in October. You can about imagine how I feel. I'm the same age as Call of Duty franchise.
And you're the same age as B, but a month younger.
I'm actually, I think, a week and a half older than Call of Duty franchise.
And something that caught me by surprise a few years ago was that the Polar Express movie is the same age as me. So it had its
They're
20th
making a
anniversary
second
last year.
one. I've heard around that they're making a second one.
I don't believe that. And Yeah, and Bloody Disgusting is making another Friday the 13th. We're getting a new Friday the 13th reboot, but this time it's going to be in collaboration with Bloody Disgusting.
You wanna know what they need to bring back?
What?
Friday the 13th, the game.
Yeah, I honestly agree with you on that one.
That game was fun. And I wish they would have never shut it down. Because I have the game. I just can't play it ever again. Wait, do I have the game? Oh, where the fuck
And
is it?
also, people were roasting this design for Jason. Like, what is that? Like, I get that it's Jason, but this ain't doing it for the fans.
Oh, no, it's not. Man, what the fuck is that?
That looks like somebody tried to cosplay Jason and go to a Halloween convention.
Looks like
What
a
is...
fucking meth head, buffed up meth head, put a fucking hockey mask on, grabbed a machete, torn up fucking clothes. That's his normal clothes. And he decided, I'm Jason.
Brother, what the... Like, what is that design? And with how he was goofy looking for multiverses, I got why he looked goofy looking. Like, he was fun to play as in multiverses from when it relaunched.
I stand by this wholeheartedly. Friday 13th, 510, or Jason X, Friday the 13th, Part 5, and then the fucking Rob Zombie reboots sucked ass.
Yeah, which design for Jason would you say is the best one?
Part 3. Which is also my number one favorite Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, and I
Part 3.
honestly do want to
That
get
or
into
Part
the
1,
original.
where he has the fucking sack.
And when it comes to the bloody, disgusting movies that we know of, like, a fun fact about the Terrifier franchise is that the third one was made with Bloody Disgusting. And the last horror movie that I watched was Evil Dead 2 because I was bored at the time. And I was home alone, so I was like, you know what? I want to watch some horror movies I haven't gotten into, so I may as well just do something to entertain myself with that. And I enjoyed Evil Dead 2.
It's like Evil Dead Rise, like the new one, only because it didn't have Ash. Evil Dead is not Evil Dead without Ash.
I agree with you on that one.
Although Evil Dead Rise on its own was a good movie.
Yeah,
Oh, good horror movie.
yeah, what was your first horror movie? Because mine was Jeepers Creepers.
My fr- Ooh.
And I was 14 at the time.
And I was watching horror movies all the time whenever I was a kid. Oh, that's why I'm not afraid of anything. I like clowns. I don't have a problem with them. Spiders don't got a problem. Snakes don't got a problem. Ghost, eh.
Yeah, and when it comes to any bug types,
First,
I can handle fake bees, but actual ones, if they are in person, that's a big hell no for me. Because I am deadly allergic to them, which is an understandable reason onto why I have apophobia.
it was either Friday 13th Part 3 in the first one, or shit. It was between Friday the 13th Part 3, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, or fucking shit. I Ghostface 3. Not Ghostface, Scream 3. Sorry, my
Yeah, I
bad.
was just
Scream
about
3.
to say. And
Um,
horror movies that I have watched, along with Jeepers Creepers, is Clown, It, Trick or Treat, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, My Bloody Valentine, Krampus, Ready or Not, The Purge, Freddy vs. Jason, Scream, both the original and the remake. And speaking of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I've seen both the original and the 2022 remake. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the 2022 remake is good, but the original does it better. At least in my opinion, because I shit you not, I have lost count on how many times I've said this. We are allowed to have our opinions on what we like and what we don't like. And horror movie franchises that I do want to get into at some point is Saw, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Child's Play, Hellraiser, and Terrifier when it comes to the slasher films.
I've watched just about every single horror movie out there so far. The best three to start with: Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Terrifier.
Yeah, and with Terrifier, based on clips I've seen, the most brutal death was from when Adam got his face ripped off.
I'd have to say no to that one. I disagree.
What would you say is the most brutal death in Terrifier?
Well, it's in the third one. Uh, Imagine getting a chainsaw. Okay, the dude died by chainsaw, but straight from his balls up.
And that
Like it started from the crack, and went up. That's pretty brutal, man.
that is.
While he was still alive.
And what would be brutal to see in either a game or a movie is if somebody gets their intestines pulled out by hand. Like in Mortal Kombat, Ermac has done it with magic. Takeda has done it with a weapon. We have not seen a Mortal Kombat character do a fatality to where they pull intestines out of the mouth with their bare hands.
Oh, you were talking about out of the mouth. I was thinking a noob has done it with the scythe, where he goes stomach, intestines fall out, and then he goes through the portals and fucking each and every limb go bye bye.
And of course, I do want to at some point do a rate the fatality for the Buddies React, but we don't have the advanced rights for it for some reason because YouTube pretty much just said, fuck you, we're taking it away.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, and coincidentally enough, from when I mentioned Twitch a few minutes ago, I'm gonna roast the fuck out of the platform because of the controversial issues that it has. And that issue is that they are allowing people to promote and support terrorism on stream. I'm not even joking. That's how bad that shit is. And
Well, that's always been a problem on everything, but it's just gotten worse over time.
exactly. And I honestly agree with Asmongold on the idea of banning politics from Twitch. Because, me honestly, I say fuck politics because no matter which side you're on, there's always controversy on both sides because of corruption.
You know that motherfucker Hassan? He's a bitch.
Yeah, he is a
The only
basically
reason why he is still popular is because of the shit he talks about with politics. That's the only reason why. Politics and just shit of that nature in general. That's the only reason why I believe he's still fucking popular or still
And you
on
wanna know what's
Twitch.
crazy about Hassan?
Politics.
He was caught committing crimes on stream, and Twitch didn't do shit about it.
You want to know why that is? Favoritism.
Exactly. And
A big problem
and
on
that highway at the
every
time,
platform except for Kick.
there was a riot going on, and most of the people in there were Hassan's fans. And he was like, no wonder why the authorities are watching. And there was a news report saying that it was not peaceful, like throwing bricks, committing vandalism, and fighting against the authorities. Like, that shit is not peaceful. That's a fucking riot, and riots are a huge problem, regardless on where they take place at. And another issue that I do have with Twitch, and I stand with the VTubers on this one, but I just find it so fucking stupid that showing too much hip can be a recipe of being banned. It's honestly like the shoulder dress code for schools, and it's fucking stupid. What are you doing?
More about it.
And I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Like, I just find it so stupid that Twitch is not letting the VTuber show too much hip, and yet they allow IRL streamers that use face cams to have artistic nudity when that is 9 times out of 10 against terms
Example
of
of that,
service.
Morg Pie.
What was that?
Example of what you were talking about, Morg Pie.
And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. We need a new CEO for Twitch at this point, because all Dan Clancy is doing is gooning to girls and allowing terrorism to be promoted
All he's
on
doing is
Twitch.
just. Ah! Ah! That's all he's doing.
Motherfucker.
Oh, sorry, I did it wrong.
Wait, is he getting the banana?
Ah!
Oh my god, I called it. He was gonna get the banana. Oh,
Man, stay up, bro.
like, yep, this man is a certified funny guy.
Nobody says that. You know what? I'm gonna move my fucking monitor down so whenever my new one arrives, I can just put it right here.
And I'm
All
gonna
right.
be 100% honest with you. I just find it really stupid that Twitch is allowing people to promote terrorism, not allowing VTubers to show that amount of hip, and letting IRL females just use Twitch as a fucking OnlyFans. Like, if you want to make NSFW content, that's why websites like Fansly, OnlyFans, or Pornhub exists. Or hell, maybe even
Yep.
Xvideos. What are you doing, bro?
I don't fucking know.
Do you know a rapper by the name of Baby No Money?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so apparently,
Yeah, this is a great monitor setup.
oh my god. So
Oh
Baby No
no.
Money has been,
Oh no.
yeah, Baby No Money was under controversy because of the Mary Poppins music video. Oh, that's not good. That monitor is shitting itself even more. That is not good.
I know.
So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like the music video, but I do like the song. And why I don't like the music video is because Asmongold was 90% of the focus, and Baby No Money was being hypocritical by censoring his face. While in the Streamer Awards for 2023, he said that his favorite streamer was Asmongold, and then he was seen hanging out with Hassan. Like, bro, you are fucking hypocritical. You have good music, but you're hypocritical. And he had a pinned comment saying, spread love and positivity just to avoid criticism. Like, that is not what I would have done. Like, if anything, I would have just cut out the parts that I did not, of the individual that I did not support, and have 90, and have the parts that I want to keep stay in there and not mention anything whatsoever. Or I would just not invite them at all. That is how stupid this controversy is. Like, honestly, I honestly hope that Baby No Money's next music video ends up being better than the Mary Poppins one, because it's just stupid that he was being hypocritical in the music video by censoring Asmongold's face, saying that he doesn't support politics while he's seen hanging out with Hassan.
Nowadays, everybody's hypocritical and everything.
Yep. And speaking,
What are people gonna do?
Asmongold and Th1ngs did join the Kick partnership program. Th1ngs is because he was banned twice from Twitch. The first, well, he was banned 3 times. The first time, he told a viewer to kill himself, which he took accountability for that one because he was not in a good mood at the time. The second time, he called Frogan fat after she called him a pedophile, which Th1ngs is not a pedophile. And the second time, he got banned for calling 2 OnlyFans girls whores. That shit is just laughably stupid.
You wanna know why? Because they are whores.
Exactly. And
They
are fucking liars.
they put
too.
pictures of their body, videos of their body online for money. Whores.
And they would also fuck for money too. And people goon to that shit.
Yeah, people like Hassan.
And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. From the Unsubscribed podcast, Th1ngs did say that multi-streaming is the way to go as a content creator, because both platforms may have its issues, but it does, like, how can I word this? It does, like, give you more exposure if you were to, like, be on more than just one platform. For example, I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. And in 2 days at the time of recording this video, there was a Minecraft competition that was invited to be one of the judges in. And I'm not gonna lie, I guarantee you it's gonna be a fun time. And I am... And of course, Th1ngs was calling out Twitch's issues, so I'm just, like, pretty much just going off of what is known. And I just find it fucked up that whenever women lie about men, the men gets banned, while the women doesn't, which is where the sexist side comes into play, which is controversial. And speaking of Rogan, she's a piece of shit for saying that veterans deserve to get PTSD. And she says that she is not a political streamer, which that is a fat fucking lie. Because she says that American soldiers who are veterans deserve to get PTSD. Talked about the idea of making a 9/11 cake, and she uses her religion as a shield. That
What's her
shit's not
religion?
gonna work.
What's her religion?
I honestly don't know her. I honestly don't know the name of the religion, but she pretty much just like has like a robe to where like there's like a head wrap, and the only thing that's not wrapped is the face.
Well, all I have to say about that, she can go fuck herself royally, seeing as if she's gonna hide behind her religion, which is most likely some dumb bullshit. You see, as someone who's already a government slave just from walking into the fucking recruiting office and having many, many friends who are out of the military or still currently in it, nobody deserves PTSD.
She's a
Because,
Muslim woman.
of course, fucking knew it. Now,
I just had to look it up real quick. But it's just fucked up that you're using your Muslim religion as a shield for saying
and here's the thing,
controversial
there's
political
many
shit.
Muslims that live here that are also in the military. So she's basically just saying, fuck them all. But she specifically says American soldiers, right? Well, some of those American soldiers also include Muslims too. Asians, Mexicans, Muslims, all races, all religions.
And that's the part that people do not take into consideration, which is why that I usually hate talking about controversial politics. It's, and I keep that shit to myself behind closed doors.
Because a few years ago, I had this friend named Jevic. I haven't spoken to him since. But the last I heard from him, he had a PTSD attack. Had a loaded gun right next to him. He left call. We don't know what happened. My buddy had called the local police around where Jevic is. Haven't heard a word since, and that was back 4 years ago, maybe more. PTSD is not a fun thing.
Nope. And of course,
And
I have it myself, but it's from when I was hacked and doxxed 3 years ago.
for someone like her to say anything about military or anything, she can disrespectfully take a broom, shove that stick so far up her ass where she becomes a puppet. Wait, there's more. Then afterwards, delete all of her fucking accounts.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly think that Hassan and Frogan should be banned from the internet for their controversial shit.
Because if we didn't have people like Hassan or Rogan, platforms would be so much better because we wouldn't have all this political bullshit or religious
Exactly.
bullshit all over the fucking place when it doesn't need to be. Twitch and YouTube are supposed to be platforms just to make content, not to post about your fucking political views or your religious views. I understand, yes, you can post what you believe in and shit, but not something that, like, nothing hateful. Don't post anything hateful. Content is for people to be entertained, not to be pissed off. And that's why do you think Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, they're so fucking popular? Because they don't put that in their fucking content. Or other content creators like them. They don't put religion or politics in their content whatsoever, which is why they did so well. If you want to talk politics or religion, don't go on stream. Don't go on a platform to talk about it.
Just
Unless it's nothing hateful. If it's not something hateful, go ahead. But if it's hateful, shut the fuck up.
exactly. Which is why it's usually against terms of service in a lot of platforms to say stuff that is political or religious.
That's why me and my friends, or whenever I stream or record, we don't talk anything about politics or religion. Yeah, maybe there was a few times where I've talked about religion, but that was when I was drunk. But I never said anything hateful, and I would constantly say, "You can believe in whatever religion you want to believe in. I'm not going to tell you otherwise, as long as you don't try to push it down my throat, and I won't push mine down your throat."
Exactly. Like, I'm not a religious person, if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, but one belief that I do support is that hell is a place of unfinished business.
I wear this cross for a reason. Many people actually think hell is one of three things: an endless void, another plane of existence where we're at that we can't see, or just a fiery pit. Interesting, huh?
Yep. And also, Rick and Morty is having a season 8. And that's one of the shows that I do want to get into at some point.
Discord is finally working. I can actually open the app now.
Let's go. Yeah, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm honestly happy for the Rick and Morty fans that we're 8 seasons in on the show. And it is one of the shows that I do want to get into at some point. I just haven't had enough time to get into it.
Another thing, I just want to go up to Hassan and give him a Snickers bar and tell him to fuck himself. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
That would be fucking evil, I'm not gonna lie.
Here's another funny thing. I want to go to a
And
furry convention.
one
Dressed
thing
as a
I
Call of
forgot
Duty
to
operator.
point out about him, whenever he gets rightfully accused, he calls the people who rightfully accuses him Nazis, rapists, pedophiles, and sex offenders. That, I'm gonna be honest with you, he's too dangerous to let live at this point. That's all I'm gonna say.
I want to go to a furry convention dressed as a Call of Duty operator with a speaker in my pocket. Go up, and I gotta make sure I go up behind the right one. One of them freaky ones. And play a little audio. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
Oh my god.
I'm not the only one who's thought of that. I guarantee it.
And a crossover that caught me by surprise is that Assassin's Creed Shadow is having a Dead by Daylight crossover, and the Dead by Daylight character is the Oni, which I honestly think is a fitting one given the fact that Assassin's Creed Shadow is pretty much based off of Japanese mythology when it comes to historical fiction. And of course, when it comes to the idea of a romance system, they were gonna make Yosuke gay, and that was controversial. But I'm pretty sure that they fixed it.
What they need to do is keep religion and politics and sexuality out of games and movies and shows. Off platform. Honestly, it's not important. It's really not. And that in my opinion, it doesn't need to be Disney. Great example right there. Diversity, I understand. But it's not needed. As and now let me continue on with that. It's not needed as in what's with all the bullshit shows, movies that are being released, completely changing characters and shit. Man, fuck, they already ruined Star Wars.
And
Fuck,
Marvel doesn't
they
hit as
made
hard
it
as it
from
used to after
no shit.
2019.
Fucking they already ruined Star Wars and Marvel. Shit, Star Wars now it's just about an agenda. Before it was about the story, now it's about an agenda. Same with Marvel. Same with DC. DC is starting to get with that too.
Oh no.
No, actually no, DC's been getting to that point for a while. Marvel and Disney are a big problem with that shit. If you want to have diversity and put sexuality into a movie or show, make something new. Don't fucking ruin something that's already been created just because of your stupid fucking agenda.
And you want to know, like, the actors for Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth, Captain America, and Hawkeye are pretty much calling out Disney for the behind the scenes toxicity, because from when they were working with them, they it was like being in a toxic high school fan club, according to them. And Hawkeye's payment was cut in half for more of the time, which honestly, that's just so fucking stupid.
He actually talked about that on a podcast, saying, so basically what they're telling me is just because I got hit by a car means I'm not worth as much as season one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into more detail about that in episode 17 or 18. And why I'm saying those two is because it would depend on whether or not if we end up having a guest next episode. Because the first guest that we had was AMV God, and we didn't count your cousin because he was not there for the rest of the episode, if that makes sense. And of course, I'm gonna focus on part one first of this topic, and I'll admit it. There's a content creator by the name of Internet Adjacent that debunked the DA Games allegations, and I was wrong for giving what was on giving information before it was debunked on what was false. So that is my fault on that. I am sorry for our audience that I gave false information, and I'm happy to know that I was proven wrong.
Everything has just been going to shit.
Exactly. And of course,
Once
Th1ngs was under allegations for being a pedophile, for context. Being a racist pedophile, let alone, which it was not confirmed that he was. I'm not 100% sure if it was confirmed that he's racist. It's just allegations, but a huge majority of the allegations of him being a pedophile was debunked. And there was a YouTuber named Kim Possible that did not take this situation seriously and made a shit ton of jokes. And she got a lot of backlash for it. And Saberspark debunked his own allegations, which I honestly think is good. Alright, so I pulled up the YouTube Ask, and I'm gonna read what it is saying. And of course, it's pretty much just stuff that's AI generated based on what is known in the video, but I'm just gonna go off on what it's known by. The video So, here's a list of allegations against Th1ngs that were addressed in the video that I sent in the group chat at the time. Ultimately deemed to be weak or unsustainable. Edgy jokes from 2018, like the N-word or offensive language. The video argues that these jokes were from nearly 8 years ago and may have expired in terms of relevance. They counter the claim that Th1ngs still uses similar language with a meme about Adam Sandler highlighting the difference in context. The tweet used as evidence doesn't match Chloe's Twitter account. That is something that Parlo fucked up on. The doc admits they aren't sure if they were actually dating. Chloe defends Th1ngs to this day and lives with him, further weakening the claim. And, of course, the age difference was concerning, 17 to 23, but that's legal in the UK, so we can let that slide. Th1ngs, the use of lolly images was to test a Discord bot. While the act of posting the image is confirmed, the questions whether or not it was intentionally used to test NSFW detection. They argue that other images could have been used for the same purpose, and this is the only accusation the video somewhat agrees with, but it still implies that it doesn't prove Th1ngs is a lolicon. And of course, there were some underage minors too. Which, if that shit is true, that would be concerning. So I feel like that's a situation to where Th1ngs himself needs to address the allegations against him. And I'm not fully ready to give him a round 2 exactly yet, so I'm at the fence of he needs to address the allegations before I am ready to give him a round 2. And with Otaku Spirit and Chibi Review, which is where part 2 of this topic will come in, they were under a lot of controversy for being lazy about doing research and clickbaiting their audience into thinking that anime was gonna get banned in the United States, which that is not happening. Texas is trying to ban child porn, not anime. And honestly, I agree with the idea of child porn being banned from the United States because that shit is so fucking harmful.
Yep.
And, of course, there was another video that I could just go to the YouTube Ask for that I did send in in the group chat that we used for the podcast, a YouTuber by the name of Big Mika C ended up having to defend the Texas government because Chibi Review and Otaku Spirit were too lazy to do their research. Well, guess I'm not gonna use the YouTube ask. But nevertheless, I honestly find it really stupid that they did not do their proper research. And Big Mika C does have friends that are in law school, so that's good on him. And of course, I honestly do think that it's a good thing to see that we did not end up having to see a shit ton of clickbait videos. For there were two big ones. Everybody else was just spreading false information on, and then Big Mika C was like, okay, I'm gonna do my full research and then I'm gonna debunk all of this shit.
Ooh. Um.
And of course, something that we should keep in mind is that the age of consent is different with Japan and America. Japan's is 13 to 16, and America's is 13 to 18, so I wouldn't be surprised if Redo of Healer was to get banned from the United States because the character has a minor in it. And they're trying to ban any anime that may have scenes of minors that may be involved in sexual activities. But Redo of Healer is a fucked up hentai because there is rape. And that's supposed to horrify you. And witnessing rape in anything would be fucked up to see. Especially in horror movies, man. That would be so fucked up. And Iron Mouse did confirm that she's going to be at the Anime Rewards in Tokyo, Japan. Well, I don't exactly know what city in Japan, and I just remember that it's in Japan. And my best guess is that she's either going to present a reward or she is going to perform a song for a virtual performance, like how she performed Cry For Me in the Streamer Awards for 2024, which good song, by the way. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, when it comes to the anime rewards, Alex Lee honestly earned the dub for Best English Voice Actor as Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is so good.
Pretty
And
much.
it was also confirmed that Persona 4 is going to be having a remake. Like, we got a remake for Persona 3, I want to say last year.
Man, I'm just hearing a lot of shit that I don't want to hear. Man, I want a fucking remake for DMC 1, 2, and 3. Fuck.
Yeah, I honestly agree that one of the Devil May Cry games should be remade.
Third one.
Oh hell yeah, the third one would, dude. I bet you that sales would go fucking nuts for a remake for Devil May Cry 3.
When they released the fucking remake anime on Netflix, they put all of the DMC games, including the retelling being DMC Devil May Cry. They put all of them on sale. That right there gave them a good boost of fucking money right there. If they were to remake 3, guarantee you they're gonna make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Um,
And it was also confirmed
honestly,
that we're getting a Resident Evil 9.
I've been waiting for a Resident Evil 5 remake, dude. A Resident Evil 5 remake, a Resident Evil 6 remake. I would love to see a remake of those two.
Wait, are we getting a We don't know if we're gonna get a remake for Resident Evil 6 yet because they're
5, it was announced, they talked about it. I haven't seen anything else for, like, anything posted for a remake of 5. I want
yeah
them to remake 6, though. That is a great game.
the
The multiple
cliffhanger in the
storylines.
remake for 4 confirmed that we're gonna get a remake for Resident Evil 5.
6 would be a great game for them to remake because you have Leon's storyline, and all of the storylines collide too, which is great. It's cool, and you get to see each different one depending on which characters you play.
Yeah,
I would
and what's in
love
my
to see a
mind?
remake for that.
Yeah, I honestly do want to play Leon's storyline first for when I play Resident Evil 6, and then play Chris's, and then go for Jake, and then save Ada for last.
I usually go. Well, obviously, Ada's the last because you have to beat all the storylines in order to unlock Ada.
Okay, that makes sense.
Usually I go for Leon first, then Jake, then Chris. Because I currently have a playthrough I'm going through right now, but person I was playing it with, we had a falling out and taking a break from that, but I'm still gonna do shit with the game.
And
But
yeah, last thing of controversy that we're gonna give awareness to, J.K. Rowling is known to be a transphobic, but she's using the funds from the support of Harry Potter to try to take away rights for transgenders in the UK.
keep words to myself.
Yeah, honestly, that's just fucked up. Like, why would you do shit like this? And to make matters worse, there's going to be a new harassment campaign for Hogwarts Legacy 2, and they're going to harass people and falsely accuse them for being transphobic just because we're Harry Potter fans. Like, separate art
Good
from
thing I'm
the
not.
artist. Like, I'm a Harry Potter fan, but I do not... Like, I like Harry Potter, I just do not like the writer. An example of somebody who can separate art from the artist. Ever thought about that? You dicks?
You dumb fucks.
I don't know what Sonker's looking for.
Specto Patronum, bitch.
You were pulling out a wand. Is that a
I was given
replica,
this.
or
I
is
didn't
that
buy
for a
it
theme
myself.
park?
I was given this.
It's just a replica, I want to say. Because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I do want to go to Epic Universe at some point, and mainly for Super Nintendo World. Like, I just find it so stupid that J.K. Rowling is using her money to try to take away trans rights in the UK. And of course, Outdoor Boys was around for a short period of time, but ended up retiring before they were trapped into the spotlight because the dad acknowledged that there would be too much attention if he continued to be a content creator. So I understand why. So he started from being a underrated content creator that's about camping to a legend Like, he went from being a simple man to a retired legend. And this was last month at the time of recording this episode too. Like, I honestly don't remember on the top of my head when he retired, but honestly, I respect his reasoning onto why he retired. And of course, there is one more Disney related topic, which I'm not 100% sure why, which I don't know a whole lot about this. So this is new. Tron Cataclysm, which is going to be based off of the Tron movie. So, like with Dune, I'm going to read the description on the Steam page. The art grid stands in the brink of collapse. With your identity disk, the light cycle fight to escape by wielding the power of the glitch loop. Electrifying action and a rich story combined in a new adventure set with Disney's iconic Tron universe. I don't know a whole lot about Tron, so I can't really say much. All that I know is that it's a 1980s live action movie.
You don't know much of Tron?
I never watched it, so no. What I would say is the oldest movie that I've watched that I had no idea about on what was good to see on going in blind was Black Cauldron. For its time, it was good. And of course, there is a canceled game that for Black Panther that was going to be made by Electronic Arts, which I didn't even know that there is going to be a Black Panther game made by EA Games, and then next thing you know, canceled.
Reason for that, the team that was working on that, it got canceled. The group got shut down because the woman directing it was racist. Um, she kept saying shit about, and she said this in a video. She kept saying stuff like, "Well, I don't want to have white people on the team because I want to provide a safe environment, and white people don't really aren't really safe to work with." And not saying they're not bad to work with, but it's just not safe and shit like that. That's the type of shit that the person well, the person leading that team had said on a video when they were talking about making the Black Panther game, and I believe that video came out after that team got shut down. Like the entire production team got shut down, and the game got canceled.
That is
Don't quote me
honestly
on
insane.
the things that she said. Some things, uh, some of the things I did say was from the video. I just tried remembering the best I could.
And Stranger Things season 5 is gonna have 3 volumes that's gonna come out in. And the dates that are confirmed is that volume 1 is coming out November 26th. Volume 2 is coming out Christmas Eve. and the finale is coming out New Year's Eve. So I'm probably going to wait until January 2026 to watch season 5. So this means that I can spend the rest of my November or December rewatching Stranger Things as a show.
You know what would be interesting? If they make a game based off Stranger Things.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Dude, I would fucking play that.
Hey guys, look! I'm Eddie Munton. I'm Eddie Munton. I'm Eddie Munton. Fucking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you seen season 4?
Yeah.
Alright, so spoiler warning for those who may not have seen the show. Eddie's death at the end of the season hit me hard.
Such a great character.
Yeah,
Such a
like
great
he
character.
was falsely accused for
Short-lasting, though.
murder because Vecna was responsible, and the man was horrified. Like poor Eddie, I just want to give him a hug. Like I feel so bad for the guy. Like he was such a good character for the season. And Chrissy's death was the beginning of the season, which was something I didn't expect. I have not seen Dress Up Darling, but it's having a season 2. And
The fuck is that?
all that I know is that it's an anime about a high schooler who is obsessed into cosplays. And the English voice actor for the chick that's in the cosplays is voiced by Amelie. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna need to... My Dress Up Darling. I'm pretty sure she's the protagonist. Mirin Kitagawa, that's who I was thinking of. This girl's in the cosplays. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I know about the anime. It's just like it's just an anime to work about a girl who is obsessed into cosplays and is in high school. And of course, if I end up watching it, it would be for two purposes: the plot and the comedy. And for the cosplays too. I don't know the exact name of this game, but there's a new Marvel fighting game. And it has an anime art style.
How many fucking Marvel fighting games are they gonna make? The first Marvel Rivals, the mobile games, Capcom versus Marvel.
Marvel versus Capcom, for correction.
My bad.
Marvel Token Fighting Souls, that's what I was thinking of.
I ain't gonna play it. Just like I ain't gonna play the new Mario Kart. Only reason for that, it's $80 fucking dollars.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8. Wait, no, Mario Kart 9, aka Mario Kart World. That shit is so fucking pricey. Like, why?
I think I'm just gonna stick with my Switch. I ain't getting a Switch 2.
Yeah, like,
No.
if I want to play Soul Calibur 2, I would just buy a renewed GameCube. And just get a copy of Soul Calibur 2 from fucking eBay.
What needs to be done is they need to make one fighting game with all characters from all other fighting games instead of just making new ones every fucking year. And just update it.
And you want to know what I want to see for Soul Calibur 6? Wait, no, Soul Calibur 7, sorry. I honestly want to. If we were to get a Soul Calibur 7, they should do a Everyone is Here, to where it has all the fan favorite characters. And it would be a challenging idea to bring back all of the past guest characters along with some new ones. Which, speaking of, Alucard from Castlevania would go hard as a guest character for Soul Calibur 7.
You know what they could do in that sense for Mortal Kombat?
What?
Mortal Kombat 9, they had Freddy Krueger. Mortal Kombat X, they had Jason.
And they've also had Leatherface, and they got Ghostface from Mortal
Leatherface,
Kombat
Predator,
1.
Alien, Ghostface. Now imagine all those characters in one Mortal Kombat game. Now you can actually play out Freddy versus Jason.
Exactly. And we could bring back Alien versus Predator, Terminator versus his RoboCop, and Omni-Man versus Homelander.
A Mortal Kombat game with just the guest characters. Kratos. And MK9, they had Freddy Krueger and Kratos. X, it was Jason, Predator, Alien, Leatherface. Was there anybody else for 10?
In 11, we got, alongside with Terminator and RoboCop, we got Spawn, the Joker, and Rambo. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Kazuya would make a good guest character for Street Fighter 6. Okay, well, he's gone. I'm just pulling out myself a not sponsored Pepsi. Just this right here. And if you guys want to support our group, The Buddies, while you're getting yourself some energy drinks, make sure you use code, yep, it's The Buddies, at rogueenergy.com. And I honestly don't know how long he's going to take, so editor, put in a SpongeBob time card. Welcome back.
I got in a call.
Yeah, figured. HBO confirmed that there's going to be a season 2 for Peacemaker.
Took long enough.
Yeah, we got season 1, I want to say 3 years ago. And a fun fact about the show is that it takes place after the events of the 2021 Suicide Squad, which that one is better than the 2016 Suicide Squad. No questions asked. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm only one episode in on season 1, but I am enjoying it so far. so I can't give my full opinions yet.
I have heard rumors here and there about apparently, and it was said years ago that they might be making a Last of Us 3.
I highly doubt they're gonna do that.
Because originally they said that they were going to make 3. Took them long enough to make the second one. And whenever the second one was announced, oh, dude, I was all over the place with looking for shit about the game and everything. That the game came out. Great game, great game. If they do make a 3, I wonder what they're gonna do with it. Probably continue off with where they left off at the end of 2.
Yeah, they're most likely gonna do that if you think about it, because
Because honestly, I think with 3, it should be more of going back in time in between parts with Joel and Ellie that we didn't get to see.
I agree with you on that.
Like how in the show, they go back in time to flashbacks. Well, actually, no. Technically, they are making a third game. Factions. The Last of Us Factions. That's getting its own game.
I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna be a multiplayer or not, just by the sounds of it.
It is. Factions that was introduced in the first game, the original, not the remaster or the remake, the original Last of Us. It was I believe, a 6v6. Yeah, I think it was a 6v6. Factions. I can't remember much of that shit, man. Where it takes the survival aspects of The Last of Us and then also fighting to make factions, and they said that they were going to make a whole game just for The Last of Us factions. I believe.
And the game, I want to say it was either IGN or the Game Awards, but it was confirmed, or also could have been Opera, but it was confirmed that we're getting a Death Stranding anime. And he's AFK again. How dare? What did I do? Hang on, I wonder if I can vape caffeine. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I can do that. Yes. Editor put in a different SpongeBob time card. Why are you looking at me like that? Death Stranding is having an anime. First, it was Ghost of Tsushima that was confirmed to have an anime, and now it's confirmed that Death Stranding is having an anime. Why flip the bird? Oh yeah? I could do the forbidden technique. Watch this.
Because you see, if you do that, those aren't middle fingers. These are.
Oh shit, I didn't think about that. Okay. My honest thoughts about Death Stranding having an anime. I honestly
Hey,
hope that it pays source. I honestly hope that it respects the source material because the Devil May Cry anime, they did Dante dirty with a majority of the Devil May Cry fans.
appearance. Season 2, he's gonna look like proper Dante.
Oh, let's go.
Because they've already, like, shown a little bit of Season 2 already. Or what Dante's going to look like. He's gonna have his longer, flat hair. Like, parted, longer hair. And he's actually getting ebony and ivory.
And he would hide guns in pizza boxes.
Yeah. One thing that confused me a bit. So with the DMC games, Sword of Sparta. The Sword of Sparta isn't what I believe in the game isn't what opens the passageway for hell and earth to coexist. In the anime, that's what they do, where it's uh, the the stone and the fucking sword with their blood. In the game, I believe it's not like that. I don't believe. But I do like how they took characters from villains from 4 and 5. Well, 3, 4 and 5 and put it in the anime being the knight with the glowing sword, the big ass fucking sword. That's 5. That's DMC 5. The plant bitch, that's 4. In 4 you fight the plant bitch. In 5 you fight the knight. Um I'm excited for season 2. Season 1 in my opinion good.
If
I
you've
didn't have any problems with it.
if you've played Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima, what's your honest thoughts about both games? Without giving any spoilers.
I haven't played either.
Neither have I, but I do plan on playing Death Stranding for horror game season, just not 100% sure which year yet.
I believe I have Death Stranding. I just haven't played it.
I have Death Stranding on Epic, but I don't have Ghost
I
of
believe I have it.
Tsushima anywhere yet.
I have Death Stranding. Do I have Go?
And the director's cut is in my wish list on Steam.
A few games that would be great for your Halloween game horror games. Layers of Fear. Well, Layers of Fear 1, 2, and the new Layers of Fear. Blair Witch. Alien Isolation. Um Metro. Any of the Metro games. Among the Sleep is an old one, but that would be a good one too. Um,
I have Alien Isolation on Epic.
so do I. Evil Within, which I still
I
need to
have both
finish.
1 and 2. I just haven't beaten 1 yet.
I haven't beaten one yet, and I haven't even been able to start in the second one. I believe I have them on my PS4. I don't fucking know. My fucking PS4 is so loud. I had to move it from my fucking stand right here to underneath my desks just so the fucking jet engine couldn't be heard through my mic.
And from when I mentioned that there was going to be, and from when I mentioned that there that we were gonna have like our last topic calling out controversy a couple of minutes ago, there's one more after that I do want to give some awareness to. There's a new gacha game called Crystal of Atlan, which I am not 100% sure exactly what it is, so I'm gonna see what's up with it. And I'm trusting Google to give me a description on what it is. Okay, so here's one where Atlan IGN can give us. Crystal Atlan is a cross-platform magic punk MMO action RPG self-developed and published by Th1ngs. Players can immerse as a member of Th1ngs Adventures Guild and uncover the secrets of Crystal of Atlan with the team. I'm not gonna lie, that actually, given the fact that it's a magic punk game, that sounds interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, I'm actually gonna be revisiting a old playthrough I did many years ago. I'm gonna be redoing my playthrough on Layers of Fear, the first game.
And you wanna know what caught me by surprise with Crystal of Atlan? From when the Summer Game Fest was live, I was like, why is One Punch Man here? Turns out he's the first crossover character for the game.
By the way, One Punch Man, the character, is supposed to be a gimmick. They purposely made One Punch Man, or Saitama, overpowered for a reason. Nothing can beat him.
Like, just
As a
one
joke.
punch is all he needs to beat your ass.
No one can beat him. They made the whole show as a joke.
And I'm pretty sure that the manga writer also made it as a joke.
Yep.
And Coriana Edgar has been very vocal about the worry of voice actors being replaced by AI, but her crash outs because of it is where she's been finding herself under controversy. And the Genshin Impact fans hated Paimon because of her annoying voice. Which, honestly,
I don't know a single fucking thing about Genshin.
I haven't played Genshin in a long time.
Never played it, never will.
It's mostly you're just basically gambling for thirst traps. So good for you.
If I want to gamble, I'm going to go to a fucking casino. If I want to gamble for thirst traps, I'm going to go to a strip club.
Well, that's a quote.
Shit,
And
they got
of
that
course,
titty swinging. Why not?
because Paimon's voice actor got fired, so this means that we're gonna get a replacement voice actor for Paimon. We're not sure who's going to replace her. So it's pretty much a who knows type of deal. And last topic that we're gonna talk about for this episode, let alone a planned one, is that Ark Survival Evolved is having its 10th anniversary this year. Imagine that. Playing a survival game to where you survive from dinosaurs for 10 years. That's insane.
Arc 2, bitch.
And I want to say this was back from 2023, but I got Ark Survival Evolved from when it was free on Epic for a week. And when you have all the DLCs installed, it is a fuck ton of gigabytes. Like 400 gigabytes worth of worlds. That shit is insane.
It's worse than Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 with every single fucking map, your game can get up to over 300 gigabytes. Base Arc with all the DLCs, and it being DLCs made by the creators or the dev team. That shit big as hell.
Yep, I am definitely not playing COD on PC. The only COD that I would play is Black
Modded
Ops
maps?
2, and it would just be for zombies if I was to play.
Oh, that's the only reason why I play Black Ops 3 is zombies. I only play it for zombies now.
Yeah, like, I am not...
I am actually pretty excited for Black Ops 7. But at the same time, not really. There's... COD isn't the same. The last good COD was Black Ops 3.
Yeah, the last good COD that we had was Black Ops 2 for me. Two is goated. Why are you looking at me like that?
It is. But Black Ops 3 Zombies. We never mentioned Black Ops 4 ever. That was a complete flop.
And you want to know what else made Black Ops 2 good? The story mode.
Mm-hmm.
The story mode was so good, bro.
I'm only mainly excited for Black Ops 7 because of the zombies.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about for this episode of the podcast, or do you want to call it an episode?
I ain't got nothing else.
I got nothing else either. And I'll take the bullet for you for the outro, seems how you did the intro. Thank you everybody for watching episode 16 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. I was joined by David, aka That Guy Sant, and myself, Jason, aka Crazy Fox 51. Go subscribe to our YouTube channels, go follow our Twitch channels. And, of course, join our Discord server if you want to stay up to date on content and events. Well, if you want to stay up to date on the podcast, because in the Buddy server, that's where we do most of our events at. Which, speaking of, we're not fully ready to confirm what events we have in mind for the 3rd anniversary yet. So it's pretty much only time will tell, so once we're all ready and when we get stuff figured out, we will let our community know that we are ready to show the activities on what is in mind in celebration of the 3rd anniversary of the Buddies. Once again, thank you for watching and listening to episode 16 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. We'll see you in episode 17. And we'll see you all later.